Welcome back to the Youth Sports Report, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you know who he is. You know he's the master of dabbing. But did you know that he's the master of all college sports information? Here with the College Rundown, Tyler Ortega. Tyler, take it away.
So the Lobos were down in Las Cruces taking on the New Mexico State Aggies on Tuesday night on the baseball diamond. They were able to win that game by a score of 3-2. That makes them take the season series 3-1 over the Aggies as the Aggies won game 1 of the season series. Lobos got the next 3. Lobos are still number 1 in the Mountain West Conference as far as baseball goes. And during that game against New Mexico State, they allowed 2 solo home runs there in the bottom of the first inning, held the Aggies scoreless the rest of the way. Of course, Carl Stajuhar, 4 for 4. 2 doubles, also scored the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. Luis Gonzalez was on the bump. He's now 3-1 over the season. He had the win, only gave up 2 earned runs, 6 hits, and this is now UNM's 158th win over New Mexico State as far as baseball goes. And the Aggies just could not get it done. They hit 0.91 with runners on base, Khalil.
That is tough swinging right there.
Lobos were just dealing on the mound.
Let's hope the Aggies don't get revenge during football season.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah. That'll
be a good one. Rio Grande rivalry. That's always a good game.
They never forget.
Always a good game. Speaking of the Lobos, their next series is actually against UNLV. They'll get back to conference play. That one's going to be taking place in Las Vegas. It'll be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. First game is on Friday at 7 p.m. Now transitioning over to the track, we have a Lobo athlete, Courtney Therick. She was named the National Track Athlete of the Week after her performance in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. She set the world lead in the event this year by more than 5 seconds, and that time that she ran. Sorry, I just had an Amber Alert go off on my phone. She set a personal record. She won the event with a time of 9:01. That's the fastest time in the NCAA this year by 18 seconds. She set a new UNM record by 40 seconds and also a new Mountain West Conference record by 8 seconds. And of course, she was also named Mountain West Conference Field Athlete of the Week, Now, more news around the Mountain West. Jameel Trimble. You may not have heard this name. You might want to remember it. He's a sprinter out of the Air Force Academy. He did really, really well here this last weekend at the Drake Relays. He ran in 3 events. He finished 6th in the 110-meter high hurdles with a time of 13.9. That's 2nd in the Mountain West Conference this year. 2nd also in Air Force Academy history, and that is also the 4th fastest time in the Mountain West Conference of all time in the event. He was also the anchor leg in the 4x200-meter relay, where they won the event and also set a new school record in that event as well.
Wow, that's something else. He killed it in the Drake Relays and makes you wonder, does his hotline bling?
He must have been listening to Views.
Yeah, he started from the bottom and he made it to first.
Now, a few more notes as far as the Mountain West goes. The UNLV Lady Runnin' Rebels took out to the community. They were doing some great stuff out there. They visited 4 local middle schools, and they held some basketball clinics going on there. Of course, they were teaching ball handling skills, shooting, dribbling, passing, defensive, all that good stuff. And they were also there to promote the significance of higher education and women in sports. So tip of the hat to the UNLV Lady Runnin' Rebels basketball team for getting out there and doing their thing. Now, the Mountain West Conference baseball tournament, we're about 3 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be going on right here in Albuquerque. The Lobos are on top. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings as far as the Mountain West goes.
Lobos are killing it.
Lobos are absolutely on fire. As you see, 16-5 in conference. They have a 76 win percentage as far as conference games go. They lead Fresno State by 1 game. Nevada in 3rd, UNLV in 4th, Air Force in 5th, San Diego State in 6th, and San Jose State bringing up the rear there in 7th.
What I'm very impressed with is their non-conference record. They seem to win the games outside of conference that they should. You know, that is the sign of a really good team. The team, not only can you dominate your conference and be in control, but when you're playing non-conference opponents, you want to win those games because you never know. If you get the bid to go to Oklahoma City, you can beat them.
Yeah, and we've
Omaha,
mentioned it
excuse me.
before. Now, the Lobos, as we said, they're first in the Mountain West Conference. If they are able to win the Mountain West Conference tournament, they will get an automatic bid to the College World Series over there in Omaha. So keep your eyes glued to your TVs, ladies and gentlemen. Get out here to Santa Ana Star Field. That baseball tournament, I believe, starts May 25th for the Lobos in the Mountain West Conference.
Give the Lobos all the support that you can because they're going to need it if they're going to make a deep run. All right, we've got some Champions League soccer and some other baseball highlights coming up for you later on in the show. You're watching the U Sports Report.